Hey guys, what's going on? A little bit more serious video today. I just wanted to go over something that has honestly been bothering me for a long time. This is going to be a sort of rant video, so if you don't want to listen to me, if you think I'm just spouting BS, go ahead, click off the video right now. I'm not forcing you guys to listen to this, but this is just something that's been bothering me for a really long time, honestly, for any game that I played, whether it be Overwatch, Call of Duty games, Madden, Clash Royale, any of the games that I tend to play day in and day out. These are the kind of issues that I've had, and it falls into the category of microtransactions. So I'm sure you've heard a lot of YouTubers sort of complain about this because it makes them spend money on the game just so that way they can put out good content for you guys. And it's also kind of messed up the way that games have actually been played over the years. But like I said, if you don't want to listen to this, you don't have to. You can click off the video. You can go ahead and mute me if you still want to watch the gameplay that I have going on in the background. This is just some Overwatch gameplay of a 3v3 that I've been doing because I like to do this in my free time. So I hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, bye. Hey guys, what's going on? A little bit more serious video today. I just wanted to go over something that has honestly been bothering me for a long time. This is going to be a sort of rant video, so if you don't want to listen to me, if you think I'm just spouting BS, go ahead, click off the video right now. I'm not forcing you guys to listen to this, but this is just something that's been bothering me for a really long time, honestly, for any game that I've played, whether it be Overwatch, Call of Duty games, Madden, Clash Royale, any of the games that I tend to play day in and day out. These are the kind of issues that I've had, and it falls into the category of microtransactions. So I'm sure you've heard a lot of YouTubers sort of complain about this because it makes them spend money on the game just so that way they can put out good content for you guys. And it's also kind of messed up the way that games have actually been played over the years. But like I said, if you don't want to listen to this, you don't have to. You can click off the video. You can go ahead and mute me if you still want to watch the gameplay that I have going on in the background. This is just some Overwatch gameplay of a 3v3 that I've been doing because I like to do this in my free time. So I hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, bye. So today what I'm going to be talking about is the concept of microtransactions on games. That can fall into the category of online games, mobile apps, anything that you play and it gives you the option to make in-app purchases that will benefit the player. Now, there are multiple games that use this. I can go back to the early days of games like Clash of Clans, or the basic games like Candy Crush, or even some of the more recent games like Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, Black Ops 2, or not Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3. And you look at these games that have added these microtransactions, and it has honestly taken something away from the game. You look back at games in the past, and a lot of people say that games like Madden 17 can't compare to the older games like Madden 13, Madden 15, Madden 25. All of these games can't necessarily compare. Like Black Ops 2 cannot be compared to Black Ops 3 simply because Black Ops 2, no matter which way you cut it, was such a phenomenal game compared to its more recent brother, Black Ops 3. And a lot of people look at it and they're like, well, it's because of the addition of the exosuits. Well, it's because of the addition of the personal catching and how broken the system has become. And I like to take a step back real quick and remind you guys how much making money for game designers like Treyarch, these game designers like Supercell, I don't even know who makes Candy Crush, and these game designers like EA, they honestly have just become all about the profits. Now, I understand these games are businesses. These game creators are businesses. Their main goal is to make money so that way they have enough money to create their next game and have a little in their pocket. Madden, Candy Crush, Clash Royale, Black Ops 3, Call of Duty as a whole, it's such a money-making business. And people have slowly started to watch these games start to go downhill. And people look at them and they're like, why are they starting to go downhill? Well, maybe it's because the games have become so infatuated with doing nothing but making money that the amount of money that they're taking in compared to their last generation of game isn't matching the amount of effort, the amount of the quality of the games that they're putting out. They're just not matching the new amount of profits that they're getting. And I feel like that is the issue when you do something in a game that allows you to create the game to be paid to win. I can go on Madden right now and spend $500 on getting nothing but points to, open X amount of packs and get X amount of players, all in the chances of luck. Now, some games like Clash Royale, it's like you can you can get these gems and convert them straight into coins and go to the market and just buy whatever you want to get from the market. But and that's an exception. However, when you go and play these games, you're mostly looking for legendaries, but I'm getting too in-depth for just a simple game like Clash Royale. But you look back at a game like Black Ops 3 or Madden, and it's all based on pure luck. Somebody can spend no money on the game and get the best card in the game, and then other people who will go out and spend money on the game can open $500 worth of packs and get nowhere close to what this person who spent no money on the game got. And I feel like that is the broken part of all of these microtransaction games. I am not somebody who is against microtransactions, because I feel that for a game to profit nowadays, pure sales is not enough, unfortunately, because there are so many new factors that have to go into making these games. They have to constantly update these games. They have to make the graphics beyond anything that they were compared to their last generation, because people always want more. But the sad thing is, a lot of these microtransactions are purely luck based, and there's no guarantee that you're going to get what you want to buy. And that is what I feel is broken in these games. But then looking at it from the standpoint of a basic consumer who buys a video game honestly isn't going to be able to make that many microtransactions. You're going to have your seasonal times where they have things come out on December for Christmas, on things like Easter, even for their birthday. You're going to see trending upward peaks, and then they're going to dip right back down, and people are going to look at that and be like, wait, what's going on? Why are these people spending all this money here and not there? Well, it's because a majority of the people that buy these games aren't typically making microtransactions. And the sad thing is they're spending their birthday money, their Christmas money on things just to get a chance, just like a mere chance to pick something up in this game. And I feel like that is something that is broken about the system. These people can't afford to be spending $500 on packs, on coins, on gems, on points, on any of these things that the games might want you to go out there and buy. And it's honestly not fair for the average consumer, because in the rare chance they actually do, odds are if you're not doing it a couple times every week or a couple times every month, your odds aren't going to be that big in your favor. And just spending $20, $30, $40 on a game, which you might get for your Christmas or for your birthday from grandma, from grandpa, they're going to give you that money and you're going to throw it down the drain, because your odds aren't going to be typically in your favor with these kinds of games. Now, look, I can just be somebody who has awful luck, and some of you guys might be getting some serious pack luck, and you guys might be getting some serious, like roulette luck or this wheel luck or whatever kind of games that you're playing that have microtransactions. But you got to look at it from the standpoint of somebody who doesn't have good luck. All right? Like I said, these games are based purely off of luck. And then when you take into factors, you try and combine these two people. The average consumer cannot spend that much money on a game, especially after they're buying a console game which already costs $60, $40, $30, and you expect them to go out there and pay more money. They're asking for so much from the average consumer that they just can't put out there. And then they try and take that consumer and match them up to somebody who is able to spend all of that money. The reason why I'm making this video, guys, is because I want you to take a look at how broken the system has become. And EA and Call of Duty and Supercell, they're so adapted to just put you against anybody on their app, to keep you infatuated with their app. They don't want you to have these really long wait times, only because they don't necessarily care who you're going up against. I play games like Clash Royale. I play games like Call of Duty. Call of Duty is a little bit different because it's not necessarily pay to win. It's pay to get good skins, pay to get good guns sometimes for DLC weapons. Call of Duty, they kind of try and balance it out, except for zombies, the gobble gun system, and the Fate and Fortune card. That's just a broken thing, and I'm just not even going to go too deep into that. But you look at games like Clash Royale, these people that are spending money on the game, and they're lower level, or sorry, they're higher level in lower arenas. They have less trophies, and they're going against people who are lower than them, and they're out there and they're spending money. And for the average consumer has to spend so long just barely getting up to that point, and then they finally hit that point where they're at the best that they can be, and they're going against people who are 2-3 ranks higher than them, and they just can't get anywhere past that. And it honestly dissuades somebody from playing the game. A lot of times you would think that just overall progression in these kind of games would continue a player's progression. They would want to continue to play, but honestly, when they hit these peaks and they don't get anywhere from it, and they hit these peaks and then they just fall hard because they're in a situation where they're going against people who are so much better than them only because they spent money on a game, it really dissuades them from playing. I played a game of Madden in a stream not too long ago, literally like today. At the time that I'm uploading this video, I did it today, and I played against a guy who had a 96 overall team. My team just barely got to 90 last night when I thought that I would spend a little bit of my coins to make my team a little bit better to try and take on a good team in the Super Bowl. And this guy, literally, all he had to do was play defensive line, and his defense would make a play on the ball nearly every time. And it got to a situation where all he had to do on offense was duck and weave because his players were able to change direction so quickly compared to mine. And he just had to throw the ball up in the air for his 98 overall Randy Moss or Herman Moore or Antonio Brown or whoever he wanted to throw it to, compared to my guys who weren't terrible. We're looking at like 89, 90, and these guys couldn't stop them because the overall just wasn't there in comparison. And I understand that you're going to have these people who are going to want to buy money. They have the money, so they're going to spend it. And I don't think that these people shouldn't be doing that, because honestly, it's a business and Madden needs to profit from what they're doing. However, I don't think that they should be unbalanced to the point where they're going against teams that are actually doing these things, where they're spending the money. Madden posted a statistic on their loading screen that there have been 35,000 Super Bowls won. I can't even tell you how many times people have actually played in Super Bowls and had to play against people who are absolutely like god tiers above them. And it gets to the point where you get so far in these online games. And let me tell you, a game like Madden, playing head-to-head does not have too big of rewards until you get into the postseason. And even the basic postseason, like divisional and conference championship, you're not getting too much out of those games. You really only start to get big value once you hit the Super Bowl. But it gets to be the point that even once you reach your first game in the playoffs, you're going against teams that are so much monumentally better than yours that it dissuades you from doing it. And yes, they've tried and balancing it on things like draft champions and doing solo challenges where you can get these players but just can't auction them, but it can't compare to these people who have an entire team full of those phenomenal players, and you get one or two just from doing a bunch of solo challenges. How are you expected to play against these people and actually perform well against them if all they have to do is spend $500 on the game and buy a bunch of players and then insert themselves right into a game and they win almost every single time? That's when I look at a situation like this and I really truly feel that it's broken, because these games are so focused on making money that they're not listening to the consumers who are fed up with their over infatuation with the microtransactions and making their own money. They're not listening to the consumers and what they want out of this. I honestly think that it's a flawed system, guys. So I mean, I've been going on for about 12 minutes now. I think I'm gonna about wrap it up. I mean, it's just a big rant that I wanted to do. You know, I'm not attacking any games in specific besides Madden, because I've had a problem with Madden for longer than I can tell you. If you guys even go back and watch some of my streams, you'll see me go out there against these 96 overall teams, and I come back from them and I'm like, and with a win or a loss, and I look at it and I'm like, really, EA? You're gonna try and put me into a game right away. You're not gonna make me wait that extra minute or 2 minutes just so that way you can put me into a game quickly. I have no problem putting my phone down or picking up my phone for a second and just going on an app or checking my messages or going on Snapchat and just waiting, because it's not gonna make me quit out of your app if it's having a long load time, just so you can find somebody whose overall or whose skill is actually ranked to what I have. A lot of these games think that if you're not looking at their game 24/7, that they're not doing their job. It's great that they want to put us into these games so quickly, but it's not great when they're putting them in it so quickly that they're not even looking at the comparison between the overalls, and they're not sensing that, oh my god, maybe this game probably shouldn't have happened because look at how awfully this person just got slaughtered by the other team. Or look at how awfully this person just got slaughtered by this other person. Maybe we shouldn't have. Maybe we should not have made that matchup, and maybe we should have taken a second look at it. And I honestly think that these games don't actually incorporate that into the factor. It's that yes, skill is not based on overall, and I've proven that multiple times because I've gone against these really nice teams and I've actually managed to beat them. However, when overall beats skill, that is when it becomes an issue. There's no issue when skill beats overall because it's a great thing that happens. It's very fortunate that you can come out of there with a win. However, when overall beats skill, that's what's kind of annoying to the average consumer because they're putting all of their heart into this game. They actually have talent in this game, and Madden is just telling them, well, you didn't pay money for this game, so why should we try and help you? And that, I think, is the major issue that Madden and games like Call of Duty and games like Clash Royale, that's the issue that they have when dealing with these situations because they don't take a look at the average person who's using this game and they don't take a look at who's actually struggling with them, and they don't try and add these things up and notice what's working and what's not working. But if you guys have enjoyed or if you've agreed, disagreed, go ahead and let me know in the comments below because I'd actually like to start a discussion. Maybe we can create this to be a normal thing on my channel. I have no problem ranting for about 15 minutes. You're not going to see me come out here and just get completely loud and violent because I'm not that kind of person when I've actually calmed down and taken a second to think about things. But I honestly do like to talk about the issues that are presided with not even just games, but just the overall world. If you guys want me to go ahead and steer it into a next topic or you want me to steer it into something different, go ahead, let me know in the comments below because I definitely can be all for that, but I need you guys to let me know. So please feel free to leave a like and subscribe on the video if you have enjoyed. My name has been Astronaut and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for listening, guys, and have a good night. Adios, my friends.